So welcome back. So right now we are getting this Chuck Norris joke back, but how is this actually getting to my browser? How is all of this internet browser thing working? Well, I'll give you a short explanation now and we can dive into as we start needing more and more request types. For now, the Chuck Norris joke right here is actually a GET request. It's me sending a request to someone in the server somewhere in the world, and when it actually has gotten some random data, it'll send it back to me inside my browser. So I'm doing what we call an HTTP request. And right now I'm actually doing a specific type of HTTP request called an HTTP GET request. So that's the method I'm using. Let's try and see this in action. If I do a refresh here, you'll actually see that down here, because I selected the network tab down here, I can actually see this request being sent. And notice it's sending a request to this URL right here. It's sending the method of a GET request and its status code is 200, meaning that everything went well. This is one request type. We also have a POST request, a PUT request, a DELETE request, a lot of other types. But we're just going to focus on the GET request right now. When this has been sent to a server, when this request has been sent to the world, at some point the server returns a response to me saying, I figured this out for you, here's your Chuck Norris joke, right? And I'll just go to the response and I can see the actual response, and also I can see the response right now inside the browser, right? Let's just read it. Chuck Norris built the hospital he was born in. Sweet. What you need to understand is that we need to fake this in Angular right now, or inside Ionic. And Angular actually built a client for us that can do the same that we just did inside the browser. So we can go and grab this data, we can make such an HTTP request that the browser just sent for us to the world. We can make the same inside Ionic. But to do that, we need a very specific module. We need a pre-built module called the HTTP module. HTTP client module, actually, to be more precise. Now what we need to do is inside the imports inside our app module. So again, now when I need to work with the plumbing, right, I need to go into the app module TS file, and in here I need to do an import right here, and that'll be HTTP client module right here. Now as soon as I put this in here, automatically it'll be imported right here, so I know where I'll get it from. But if you didn't get that, let's just remove it. You can actually go down here and Alt-click, Alt-enter right here, and then it'll actually automatically import it. Or you can go and manually write this line right here. There we go. So now I know that I'm going to use the client. I'm going to use an HTTP client, and all the plumbing is actually set up for me right now. All I need to do is now use it inside my home TypeScript file. So what I'll use here is something called dependency injection. Now we already dependency inject a navbar controller. We're not using it right now, but it's in there. What we also want to do is we want to dependency inject. Now we want to explain to our system that I'm going to use an HTTP client inside my home page, and that HTTP client is going to be of the type HTTP client, right? So this is just a name where this is the type. And notice as soon as I put it in here, it automatically just added up here. Again, I can just for now remove it, and I'll just do an Alt-enter and it'll add it for me. Now I have an HTTP client ready to kind of fake what we just did right here. I can not fake it, I can actually send a request to get the data. Whee! So we'll do that in the next lesson. Now you know about how we can make HTTP requests from a browser, and now in the next lesson we can also do it from actually inside Angular. So see you in the next lesson where we'll have even more fun with this.